It's so
What a mess.
sad.
So you bring that up in respect to today, that the Liberty thing, ship.
Yeah, you should never believe a politician. So if you look around, we have a hard time getting people out here because they think the Iraqi war is over.
Yeah.
All right, it's not. I mean, you remember Bush landing on that carrier,
Yeah.
walking around with the big
jumpsuit on, yeah.
jumpsuit on, and he made the announcement under the banner, mission accomplished,
Yeah.
that hostilities were over in Iraq. That was 2003. So now we got a president that directly lied to it. You can get the video, just Google Bush and
Aircraft carrier
Aircraft
land. Yeah.
carrier.
Jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you listen to him, and there's a whole speech. Everybody's applauding. Well, he was lying to it. Same thing with Obama. Obama says the war is over, and everybody is cheering. I mean, how many times did someone have to kick you in the head? I mean, if the only person that's saying the war is over, and the only proof is his word, and 7 years ago, another president lied to you, and you have evidence of it. I mean, it's right there in front of you, and you believe him. What's the matter with the Americans? I mean, I'm in the wrong business. I should go and perform 3-card money. But the American people are so goddamn stupid, they believe Obama. And not only the American people, but the very progressives that were in the streets a year ago are no longer here.
Yep.
So, do we deserve everything we get? I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah.
But we're going to stay here each Friday, as much as we can. And what we do is remind people that the wars are still on. Now, there was just another bombing in Iraq, folks. War's over, but there was a bombing. So who the hell was bombing who? You got the Shia, you got the Sunnis, and you got the Kurds. And they don't like each other. So now, if we couldn't control what was going on with 150,000 troops, the administration is telling us that the mercenaries that we hired, 16 and 20,000, they're going to work on getting this stuff straightened out. So you got 5,000 mercenaries that are guarding the 20,000, and you got Sunni, Shia, and the Kurds. What do you think's going to happen? Who did they bomb? Either the Shia bombed the Sunni or the Sunni bombed the Shia. I suspect it was Sunni because the Shia are in control.
Yeah, we made it just a big mess over there. We didn't help a dang thing.
And now, the other thing that's coming out now, because you were talking about depleted uranium, the births of the Iraqis.
Birth defects, right?
A lot of birth defects, way off the scale. So,
right. Horrible.
When we talk about terrorists, we all look in the mirror. Because we're the terrorists.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened in Vietnam, and we didn't learn anything. And then finally we were pushed out of Vietnam. And lo and behold, we trade now with the Vietnamese. So why did we go to war with them?
Well, that's the question we're constantly asking.
I suspect is we got to sell our product. If you fire a gun, you have to replace that ammo. If you drop a bomb, you got to replace that bomb. So all these corporations, and we are the biggest by far, of people that make these things. That's why we can't get any kind of agreement on the landmines, because we sell them. I mean, I always use the analogy of a supermarket manager. What we're asking him to do is to stand outside his building and say, don't eat so much. That's what we say to the nation. Don't go to war so much. Let us go to war.
I heard the same sort of theory used in economics, where they're talking about boards of trustees and boards of... that when you have these corporations that got all these board members, their whole sole purpose is to make money.
Yeah.
And as long as they're sitting up there trying to make money, they are going to do everything they can to circumvent the law, to get around it, and to make that money for that corporation. Their whole sole purpose.
Yeah, I think what we should do is we should sell the franchise to China for landmines and cluster bombs and all that, and then outlaw them. That'd be kind of cool. Because, you know, I really feel bad for the people that are fighting for the cluster bombs and the landmines and stuff like that. It's never going to happen until we stop selling them.
Yeah. Yep.
So anyway,
well,
we're really disappointed that you know there's not thousands of people here, because now is the time to put the pressure on the Obama administration, because he's on the ropes.
Yeah.
He's going to win the next election, I think.
Yeah.
Because the Republicans are totally corrupt.
Yeah.
And it's coming out, and the news media is bringing it out, which is good. So he's got another 4 years. Now's the time to put the pressure on him.
Ralph Nader made a statement after the State of the Union speech, and he said that all the left and the progressives, we're so busy looking over at the Republicans and that charade going on that we've just left Obama alone. No, there's no heat on him. There's no pressure. Half the people I know that were Democrat are no longer Democrats anymore. So it's a big ugly mess.
I watched the State of the Union. State of the Union, it's supposed to be, where are we? How are we doing? You know? I mean, I used to love politicians used to say that. How you doing? Koch from New York used to do it. How you doing? That's what the State of the Union's supposed to be. Not bullshit that's going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
Obama talks a good game. But he is one of those people that think because he says it, it happens. He's got to get off his ass, and if he says something, he's got to work for it. He's got to gather us together, get the people together, and get it. The first part of actually doing something is making a decision to do it.
Yeah.
So I give him a A+ on what we're going to do. I give him an F on actually doing it. You know, so he's got a lot of power. He's got a lot of executive power. Does he use it? No. Doesn't use it.
Not yet. Not for anything good.
Same thing with Harry Reid in the Senate. Everything stops in the Senate because they need 60 votes. That's a lie. That's a straight out lie. They don't need 60 votes. Because if you remember with the Republicans, they came out and they said, let's use the nuclear option. I don't know why we keep attaching stuff at the wall. Nuclear option is very simple. You get the vice president, who's the president of the Senate, to actually physically be there. A Democrat goes up and says, we want to change a rule. And the parliamentarian will say, oh, can't do that, can't do that. But the president of the Senate can override the parliamentarian. They can do anything they want. All they got to do is tell Biden, sit there and say yes when we tell you to say yes. So what Harry Reid and the Democrats are telling us, it's a lie. It's straight out lie. Now, I don't know if you remember it, but about a year ago, there was this whole big excitement because Harry Reid said he was going to change the rule. And you can change the rule on the first day of the session in the Senate with majority rule. And the reason we can't do any of this is we don't have a majority. Even though if you count, I think it's 51-49, if you count, you have enough to do it. But they won't do it. I mean, it's such a scam. And everybody keeps getting mad at the Republicans. And you should. I mean, they are corrupt. Now, Roberto and I were talking a little while ago about the United decision that came out of the Supreme Court. And my question is to all the lawyers out there, if corporations are people, why don't they charge them under RICO? You went to the corporation, they do a violation, they do something really bad, charge them under RICO, because it's really easy to convict under RICO.
Racketeering?
Racketeering. it's you and I and Roberto sitting down and conspiring and racketeering. Well, if the corporation and now a person, they're subject to the same laws as people are.
You would think so.
And they did RICO to bust the mafia up and organized crime. So it seems to me that if RICO says if you conspire and you sit down and you act together, that's a conspiracy. So the Justice Department, anytime they want, go in and charge the people under RICO, probably get convictions, and then let the corporation appeal it all the way up to the Supreme Court, because the Supreme Court is the only one that may overturn it. But in overturning it, they would have to say, no, there are no more people. Nobody's
interesting legal slant.
Yeah. So anyway, we're doing a lot of stuff.
Well, you're keeping the topic out there, making people aware.